Page 45. Panic can come in waves. So ride the waves, float through them. So sometimes you feel waves of panic, and this is perfectly normal and due to surges of friendly adrenaline. I remember I had a client who was panicking in session, and I was able to get her to the point where she could let it happen, but then all of a sudden it went up to a peak again, and she said, "Oh no, this isn't working. I feel bad again." And so I said to her, "That's okay, that happens. It goes up to a peak and then it'll come down again." And as soon as she realized that, that allowed her to not add to the cycle of fear, and the symptoms reduced. So it's very, very helpful to realize that panic does come in waves. It will pass. It may come in another wave, then it'll pass. And don't put a time limit on this. It's just going to happen as it happens. But the more that you can let the process happen, the less likely you are to misinterpret, catastrophize, and add to the cycle of fear. So just when a wave arises, float with it, let it happen, let it pass, it'll come down. And don't try to stop another wave happening. Just, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Just be aware of that. Second half of page 45. Stop zooming in on the symptoms. Focus outwards instead. So during panic, we tend to focus intently on the sensations. Okay, so it's very normal, very natural. So you've got these frightening sensations, and you think the best thing to do is focus on them intently so that you can find out what's going on, see if you can do something about it. It seems to make sense. It's a very logical thing to do, but it actually makes you feel more anxious, sends more fear signals, and in response the body gives fight or flight symptoms and sensations. And when you focus very intently on sensations, you block out everything else. You sort of lose touch with everything around you, and that can cause you to feel unreal. Okay, that can go into depersonalization, derealization. So the key is to reconnect with your surroundings, with your environment somehow. So what I suggest is, whenever you've done that and you're kind of focusing on the sensations and that's all you can feel your feet on the floor. Try it now. Feel your feet on the floor. Okay, that grounds you back into the here and now. You can't really completely be lost in your mind if you're feeling your feet on the floor. Now listen to sounds. So just listen to anything that's happening. A car going past, ticking of a clock, sound of a fridge, anything, even the silence in the room. There's always a sound of something. Okay, look around. So feel your feet on the floor, listen to sounds, and just look around. Take things in. And allow the symptoms to happen in the background as well. You're not trying to block them out. You're not trying to reinforce the idea, the mistaken belief that there's something seriously wrong with you. You're just trying to come back into some kind of balance. Okay? If you focus completely on the sensations, you're not being very natural, you're not being in the room. If you just focused on the room to try and block the sensations out, that's not being very natural either, because you're avoiding a part of your experience. So halfway again, meet it halfway. Allow the symptoms to continue because they're just harmless fight or flight sensations. But also don't focus on them intently. Feel your feet on the floor, let the symptoms happen. Let go of your stomach, let the symptoms happen. Listen to sounds, let the symptoms happen. Look around, take things in. And as you do this, symptoms will start to reduce. But you're not desperately trying to get rid of them. Okay? You're just seeing them for what they actually are. Page 46. Stop stirring the pond. This is a good analogy. So imagine you're stirring a pond with a long stick, and the more you stir it up, everything gets churned up. And what would be the quickest way that pond could return to normal? if you put your hands in and tried to stop everything from churning up, or is there any point in doing that? You know the quickest way to let the pond calm down is to stop doing anything. Don't do anything at all. Do nothing. So it's what you stop doing that's important. It's your stirring that's causing the churning. And it's also helpful to remember that even after you stop stirring, it takes time for the pond to settle down. So you can imagine this pond, you've been stirring it up, everything's going round and round. Take out the stick, you can see it starts to settle, but it takes time. It doesn't just stop immediately. It doesn't go calm right away. So try this with panic. Every time you tense up, you think the worst, you even try too hard to relax, desperately, I've got to relax, right? You're kind of stirring the fight or flight response because you're sending fear signals to the body. Body's reacting, trying to help you with more symptoms. Now, you're never in any danger even if you do stir things up. I don't want to make you think that you have to do these things because you're in some sort of danger. You're not. I'm giving you ways that you can just stop from maintaining the cycle of fear or building it up, okay? So next time panic arises, remember it's just a rush of adrenaline that has become stirred up somehow or other. Leave it alone. Stop stirring. Let it settle down. Imagine it swirling slower and slower. So you've experienced panic and you're misinterpreting, you're catastrophizing, you're tensing up, you're trying to relax, you're trying to fight it. Then say to yourself, right, hang on, stop stirring it up, stop stirring it up. Remove all the things that are stirring it up. Do nothing. Wait. It'll slow down. So imagine that the adrenaline that's been stirred up is slowing down. It's just slowing down. And if it speeds up again, that's okay. You're in no danger at any point. But this is just a strategy to help you let the sensations be as they are. You're not trying to fight it. You're not trying to get rid of it. You're not trying to relax out of it. You're just letting it be. And that means you're not adding to the cycle of fear.